Hello, welcome back to Snowrunner, Season 16. Now, last time around we finished off the little water deal, and we need to find something else to do. Hello, Steve. And looks like logging may be on the menu because a lot of what's there to do is logging. However, we have, let's see what we need. 1 medium, 2 shorts. 2 more shorts. Just kind of checking where we're at. So far, we're up to 4 shorts that we need. All right, 4 short logs there. All right. And so a total of 6 short logs we have to bring out. Okay, so what truck? That's my medium guy there. Okay, do I got anybody parked over there? No, I do not. Let's get this guy back to the garage and we'll refit him. So I kind of had to laugh a little bit this morning during the stream this morning when Ian and the guys kept using my shortcuts and stuff, and MJ kept, how'd you get there so fast? That was kind of funny. We do a short logging frame here. And then do I have a short log trailer somewhere? Let's kill the engine real quick. What do I got trailer wise? Log trailer, no shorts. Oh, I think that's because the one short log trailer that I had out is the one that's... No, that's the other map that it's stuck up there. So maybe... I'm sure I had a short logging trailer out somewhere. No. What about over here? A couple of short flatbed semis. No short logging trailers. Okay. At least I know I'm not going to be buying something extra that I don't need to buy. That'd give me 3 of them. Possibly do that one. That might be the one that I have to use. I think we're going to set up and we're going to do it that way. So, back inside for you. There we go. 2 loads of short logs. So we actually don't have a lot of logging left to do. Evening, Michelle. Lurking for now? That's alright. I do that occasionally at work, especially on the weekend. Because when I'm working on the weekend, well, it's kind of voluntary anyhow. So if I feel like firing my phone up and watching a video, I do it. I keep my work going, but I keep the video going. The sad thing is this has to go all the way to the port in Solace Bay. Then we come all the way back again. I'll bring it back around the morning after I jump through the gateway. Just so it starts getting lighter instead of darker. So Sam must have had a temper tantrum today about staying home 2 days in a row. I came home and his dog food scattered all over his bedroom. I hate leaving him there, but when it's raining, all he's going to do at work is sit inside in his little crate. I'd rather him be in a bedroom and have all kinds of space than be in that little crate. I know he hates being away from me all day, though. I sure can. That's exactly the way I'm going to go. I'll even pull it up on the map and show you guys. Ian had posted something on MJ's chat, kind of showing the route here and showing my other shortcut on the other side by the sawmill. Alright, now normally we know we would be turning right here to go in. However, instead of turning there, we're going to come up and we're going to turn off right here, follow it around this way, up past this pylon, back down to the road, and you come over right here, and you can go right through the muck and the mire right here. I usually come up right about this point and then turn and head over. Pick up, and then you just come swing right back around the other way, and you can come right back through and back out the way you went in. That is the way I go. And now you'll see it in action. You just gotta be careful of the rocks when you're coming down. As I said, be careful of the rocks when you're coming down, because I have just completely destroyed my fuel tank. Oof. And my suspension. Ah, well, at least I got points there too. wheels. Killed 2 of them. Well, I'm only missing one tire. Again, you got to be careful of them rocks. Come down too fast, they're gonna do some severe damage. They don't really get you going back up, but going down, yeah. No, I just found this one. I was studying the map, looking for a better way in. I got tired of flipping trucks on that slope. Well, that's weird. I don't normally get stuck right here. Okay. Guess we'll go straight. Of course, I also don't normally take this trailer. Which seems to be what's hanging up. Oh yeah, the other pylon? Yeah, that one don't work. I checked that one out and dismissed it almost immediately. Yeah, normally I go around the other side just because this stretch here is a little extra muddy. But for some reason it decided to bog down and I didn't have a good winch point available. Back now? My day was good. Eagle. Even with the slowness going through the mud, you're not nearly as likely to lose your load coming through here. Stop grabbing that thing. Instead of grabbing the big heavy duty tree, it grabbed the little one. But even there, I think I'd still be still heading in, going the other direction. We're on our way back out right now. Even with getting stuck in the mud. Still going to leave it in low for going down the other side, just for a controlled descent. Now you got to be careful of the camber right here, because it is a little crooked. Which is also why you want to take it slower, but does the Atom have a tire on it? And is it still parked over here? Okay, it is still parked here. Don't know if it's got a tire or not. Nope, no spare tire. I'll have to swing in the garage and grab a spare. At least the flat's not one of my steers. I don't think it is. I think it's that first drive wheel. Oh, he's got a spare tire though. No need to jump into the garage. All right, there we go. Did I not? I thought it. Hang on. Paradigmatic defense. Oh, because I clicked on the wheels. That's why. Okay, there we go. Trying to figure out why it didn't repair everything. It's because of where I was at. It's a shame you don't have a garage in Salt River Mountains. It would make life so much easier. Tell you, I'd pull the Navistar out a little bit more, except it's so fuel hungry, and with the limited amounts of fuel on this map, this region, I'm not about running out because it doesn't carry a roof rack either. Would have finished a week ago if had multiple garages? Oh, absolutely. Obi-Wan Kenobi, how you doing, sir? See, now I gotta ask the question that nobody else has asked. Are you the young Obi-Wan, or are you the old Obi-Wan? Or the middle-aged Obi-Wan? 48, let me be... We'll give you the middle-aged Obi-Wan. Right about that age where Anakin decided it was time to start going ballistic. Age is subjective. Picked up your 4x4 from the garage. Drives amazing again. Nice. Oh, I think Sam's ready to go out again. So I will get to the gateway and let him out. As he gives me dirty looks like, how dare you make me wait till you get to the gateway? Could have done with a 4x4 yesterday, driving through flooded roads on the way home from bowls. Oh. I got kind of a funny little story that happened years ago. The truck I was driving wasn't a 4x4 or anything, but you know, it was a pickup truck, so it sat a little higher than most cars do. But we had a road that was flooded out. They had the barricades on there that said, you know, road flooded, you know, road closed, flooded water and stuff. And this guy chose to follow me through there. I drive through. He follows me, and he's in a little itty bitty car, and his engine flooded out because of the water. And he got mad at me, started yelling at me and raising his fist. I'm like, I never told you to follow me. You see a lifted pickup truck going through a flooded water, don't mean it's okay for your little car to do it. All right. This is going to pour. I think what I'm going to do, we're going to get this up to the gas station, park it there, and then I'm going to take the P12 over here, which has a medium log frame on it, and we'll take that back and get our medium logs. Yeah. Don't follow me. I'm lost too. Like it. The nice thing is for the return trip, I can stop at the trailer store over here, sell the trailer, and then teleport back to the garage in the other map. and just pick up another trailer for the next set of 2 sets of short logs. Of course, that task-wise, I don't know how many shorts I'm going to need. Contract-wise, I only need 4 more of them after this on the short logs. Like story, followed taillights and fog and ended in someone's garage. That's funny. Was the guy mad or did he have a good laugh at it? Hey, Adam. But fellas, don't forget, let the like button be with you. Let the like be with you. You saw the funny side? Good. All right. P12. Gets to take the speedy way back at least halfway. Joe's recovery. What's that? Talking about the crane over there on the other road? Good guy Joe takes trucks back to the garage. Yeah, that's it. I tried hiring Wreck-'em Ralph, but he just wrecked them. A silent co-op partner. Silent and invisible. And we all know that co-op partners can go invisible. Just ask Andrew. That would have been the way to do that. I could have used the dolly one for the 2 shorts and threw the mediums on here. Done it all with one truck. I didn't think about that one. Ah well, day late and $1 short for that thought. If we only thought in advance we could save lots of driving, absolutely we could. Like for instance, I'd almost be to the port right now dropping all 3 of them off. Oh well. Got to remember to top off on my way back through here. Still got a little love tap, but that was way nicer than the first trip down. I do want to check one other possible addition to this shortcut. And that's instead of going right down through the gully there, if I can kind of get up and around here. Thomas, how are you, sir? See, that works even better. I don't know what in the world. What kind of wall does it think I'm up against here? There we go. Yeah, that worked even better. My taillights are awful low. Hey, Ian. Bring the morning back around. Yeah. Steve gets up early and stays up late. Just popped in to say hi and leave a like, Ian. All right. There you go. There's an improvement on that shortcut. Instead of following down the gully, take the road a little bit and cut past on that little outcropping. Do the same route? Nice. See you in MJ stream in the morning? Brian, how's the stream going? Stream's going good. Hasn't crashed yet. I did destroy a fuel tank and a couple of tires and a suspension. Not on this truck, but it did happen. Come on, you. Get up that hill. It's nice though, because although it is, no matter what truck you're in, it's a better route. Not every truck handles the route as easily as others. Great route with the right truck. He used it a lot today. Yeah, as Steven mentioned it earlier, he asked me to show him the route and everything. And I was talking about how MJ was wondering how you got to the sawmill so fast. And the other route. The one by the sawmill and the one to the log station. Oh, gotta get the beacons on. What would be my best pick? What would be my pick on best truck to do all missions without using any other trucks? Ooh. Are we talking vanilla trucks? I mean, vanilla-wise, I would say I'd almost have to say the 64131. It's not the fastest truck, but it is probably one of the most capable trucks in the game. And it just seems to keep right on going, the same speed no matter what. Southang will be proud of me using beacons. Yeah, I don't always remember to turn them on, but... Oh, it's real good on fuel. It does not have a roof rack, however. It's got a 93-gallon tank. There's no roof rack, so you would still have to make sure that you're within distance for getting your fuel picked up. Yeah, as long as you got fuel trailers dotted about for it, you're good. You know, for the longest time, I thought it was like a glitch in the game where they made it so you couldn't flip over if you were in cab. Because it seemed like I was flipping all the time from the outside, but I'd go in cab and never flip. And then one day, I managed to flip in cab like 4 different times, and I said, okay, so I was just lucky all those other times. The horn on this thing needs work. Season 16 wit. Well, I am at currently, let's see. We are at 66% right now. So we're just a little over halfway. Or as someone said last night, 2/3. Yeah, the 5319. Yeah, that's also a pretty good truck. Yeah, now if you were talking mods, I would have definitely said the Mr. Bus's 73210 Kikimore. There's not a job that thing can't do. And it has an autonomous winch, so if you were to flip it, it can lift itself back up. Dolphin and Bruce, as affectionately known. Yeah, if you put them wide monster tires on there, it becomes super stable. Climbs over everything. It's got the front end lifting suspension, so you're not banging the chin on everything. Have I brought any mods out? Well, I did use the Kikimore on a couple of episodes. Dolphin Bruce and a loaf. What more could you need? But yeah, for the most part, the only mods that I'm really using are some mod trailers. No, I'm sure it'll make an appearance again at some point in time. Sam's out there trying to tell me he wants back in again. He told me like 5 minutes after he went out, but considering he's been in his bedroom all day until I got home at 5, he needs a little bit of time outside to get some stink blood off his butt. So now he can sit outside until I reach the next gateway. Yeah, the mod trailers are the most used mods. I believe that. Because a lot of people don't like necessarily the overpowered trucks. I mean, there's some people that do, but usually it's just a matter of getting a little better ground clearance on a trailer or being able to haul one more slot of cargo or something like that. You know, you just want a little bit more. Nice, Adam. Family friendly, man. Family friendly. Pack trailer mod is your go-to trailer mod. I don't know if I've seen that one. That one might not be available for console though. I don't know. Well, no. If you've got it, I should be able to get it. I've been using the Olson's. Yeah, modded logging trailers. Yeah, the ones that'll hold like 2 slots of medium logs and 3 slots of shorts. It's like the logging trailer that I got on the Mac Defense right now. That's a modded logging trailer. Trailer mods out of the way now. Go back to Archer's phrasing. All right, I'm gonna go let the hoodlum back in. I tell you, this little guy would play and play and play all day and night if you let him. I don't think he really ever thinks he needs to sleep. Your sister's dog will chase the ball until she passes out from exhaustion. The dog passes out or your sister passes out? Yeah, I'm sure he does sleep most of the day on his own. Both, one causes the other. Yeah. Sam will chase that ball all day long in the house. I go outside and throw it for him, and he'll run after it and then run right by it and leave it sit there. Go find something else to check out. I was just thinking on the region reversal, I think the only two road-wise things that have to get done yet is the clearing the way for the one down to the precast concrete plant, and then the only way has to get finished for that other tunnel. And I believe after that we'll have, well, and then clearing the fallen trees. And maybe next Sunday's order of business is to see what we can do about getting the rest of the roads open. At least to start out. I mean, that's... Oh! Ow! It's going to be what? 3 service spare parts, the off-road trailer, not towing one. Well, I was thinking about snagging the Mac and pulling it behind here, but it's such a long truck and it has the trailer on there. I decided against it because making these 90-degree turns in town with something that long would be darn near impossible. I say darn near because, well, I'm sure it could be done. Reach down to pet the dog and curve in the road. Sometimes I look down and see how big he's gotten. It's hard to remember that he's only 9.5 months old. Still just a baby yet. I don't know. I haven't weighed him in a little bit. May have to do that next time I got him at the shop. One of the girls has a scale that she keeps in the office. Why, I don't know. She's like, maybe weighs $1.05 soaking wet with 10 wet blankets on top of her. But she feels it necessary to keep a scale in there. That's how I weighed him the last time, is I just weighed myself, and I weighed the two of us together and did the math. That was like 3 months ago. And at that point, he was 56.8 pounds. Teenager now? Yeah, roughly. About halfway to his adulthood. Not quite half, but almost. Call him a preteen. Old enough to know better, too young to care. Young, dumb, and full of something. Not as full as he once was. Thanks to the other dog at work. Yeah, funniest part is he was tied up. Yep. No, what's really funny is I could swear that the other dude's dog fully understands English, because she'd come up to me in the morning and I leaned down and I whispered in her ear and I was like, Sam's up front if you need to go visit him. And sure enough, a couple hours later she was up there. Every shop has that one dude making puppies all day. All right. Nice little shot across the water. Ship's waiting to come in. Forever waiting, never getting to dock. All right. Mac Defense. One shop you're working, we had a guy called One A Day Jay. Sounds like Jay liked to play. Make one last. Yeah, the old sun's definitely setting. Oh, that's my fault. Messing with the dog. Kind of harassing him a little bit. I tease him all the time about stepping on my toes. So I'll reach down there with my foot and try to step on his toes just real light. And he'll pull his feet back and makes a game of it. Oh. Once done with this contract, off to bed. All right, Steve. Well, so I don't forget, I'll tell you now, have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Either an MJ stream or later in the evening in mine, but we'll see you tomorrow. I'm sure. Rest of the stream, got to get some sleep or you won't get the nippers from school tomorrow. Alright, Ian, thanks for stopping in. Again, I'm sure we'll see you in the morning on MJ's. Kids are all off on your end. Daughter has 2 weeks off, but Nipper's at school and only has next week off. I'm gonna have to go back to auto. I have to bring it back to morning once we get these dropped off. All right, 1 and 2. Delivery from the woods. You're a lifesaver. Thanks to your help, the wood shipment was delivered on time, and that's important in our books. A delay would have really snowballed down the line. We appreciate you chipping in and have your reward right here. 3,200 XP, 47,550 cash. I will take a 50 grand payoff any day of the week. All right, let's get morning pulled up. Get this guy out the way. Yeah, in the UK they have a break in midterm. Yeah, I don't know about Canada, but in the US we do one in the middle of the school year. They get a break right about Christmas time, but that's pretty much it. I think there's a week off at Easter. At least there used to be. Of course, Christmas break used to be 2 weeks, and now it's only 1. I said, is it a real break, or do they have projects to do? Christmas and spring, no midterm? Yeah. So you guys are pretty much the same as we are. Yeah, good question. Does the UK do the summer break like they do here in the States? How you doing, Zero? Part of your usual question ambush. Christmas, Easter, summer, and then midterm. Okay. Six weeks off for summer? Oh, I didn't notice that. See the beacons on the back of the trailer? I gotta see something. Do those ones turn off when I turn everything off? Yep. That's cool. I like that. Midterm test for grading, but no time off. Yeah. Yeah, I think in the U.S. it's just shy of 3 full months that you get off. It's like starts the second week of June and goes till just about the last week of September. All right, man. All right, Steve. You have yourself a good night. Got lost with all the states doing different schedules. Yeah. Woo. That's where your weird elementary school K through 8 gets 8 weeks off. High school 9 through 12 is about 10. And university gets whatever they do. Poor guy just sitting there. Nobody gets to use him. Was collecting rust where he was at. Now he's collecting rust here. Let's see. I don't know if I have any trucks that I can pick that stuff up with. 2 consumables and 1 service spare parts. That's fuel. That's medium logs. That's a crane. That's a scout. That's a fifth wheel. That's a fifth wheel. Pretty sure that's a fifth wheel. Yeah. So nope, none of the trucks here will do that one. So let's find something else, dude. Make the mag defense look good? Thank you, sir. The mag defense does have its weak moments. Like, it doesn't like anything hitting it from underneath. If it gets hit underneath, it's done. Let's run this guy back to the garage. Blue paint sharp too. I think that's the came with the frame paint. I think that's how it comes. I'm not positive. Can't remember if I changed it or not. Oh, what do we got? Express delivery, service spare parts times 2, water times 291, consumables times 3. So that's going to be 5 slots worth of cargo. Where's that going to? The lighthouse, Mountain Watchtower, and Eastern Watchtower. Let's pull the global map up. I mean, the lighthouse is there. Mountain Watchtower is that one. Oh, that's a pain in the neck to get to. It might be. I can't remember for sure. And the Eastern Watchtower is that one. That one's not too bad to get to. That one's a nightmare to get to. We need 3 slots, basically a 3-slot cargo bed. Because being that they're going 2 different locations. Alright, so let's kind of thinking I'm going to go get the Atom, maybe. Depends on what I got here. Point is, all vehicles look better in red, blue, and black. Don't forget yellow. It's looking like I might go get the Atom. Ooh, well, I haven't had this guy out. But his fuel just terrible on fuel. Similar philosophy when it comes to roof racks. Stick it on. Well, when it comes to the Scouts, though, then you got to balance out. Do you want the raised suspension or the roof rack? Because if you put them both on, you're going to flip. You can confirm that a red sports car gets pulled over more than a gray one, but you've simmered down with age. Oh. We'll go with the 2 slots, and I'll just double stack the 3rd consumable. Not that I ever... Okay, so I do have it there. We're going to get him pulled up out over here, out onto the road. Then we'll bring the dairy out. Probably got to get water. Actually, is the dairy out still? Yes, it is. Where's it at? It is there. How much have we got in there? Ooh, not enough. So definitely got to go pick up some more water. So that means, make sure the map's pointing in the right direction. We need to head up across the bridge, on up to the reservoir. Yeehaw! Nice thing is I can get the water and just fast travel back to the garage. do need to look at the map for something, because I may have spotted yet another shortcut. There it is, Eagle Mountain. Maybe not, because I was kind of looking at through here where you can see the road as you come up. But I don't know. I don't think you could ever get up these rocks. Now this spot I think you actually can get up, but it's kind of not really a necessary shortcut. Just like coming up through here. But it would almost take you just as long as taking the road does. You might be able to use that to go down. Evil Gaming. You, bro. Doing good. How about yourself? Not a big fan of that particular corner. Such a small, narrow spot to friggin' drive on. I like to keep them as close as I possibly can get them behind me, because then you don't have to turn the engine on to keep them from slamming into you. And they're not going to follow way off to the side. They're going to follow pretty much where you're driving. Can't tow them from much closer though, that's for sure. Not too many vehicles that you can tow somebody that close with you. Most of them, the winch won't let you get it that close. Nice, good call. Look at the mirror, you can't even see it there. Hey, stop tailgating me. What's wrong with you? Every so often it peeks around the back side of the truck. That one guy on the highway. Yep, always got that one guy. That one guy doesn't like me though. If you're riding too close to me, if I can't see your headlights in my mirror, I slow down. Because that tells me you're too close. Saw a drunk guy tailgating someone that close once. Must have been a NASCAR driver. He was just catching a draft. A little bit of a bump draft. All right, guys, drink them if you got them. If you ain't got them, go get them. Just a little rubbing, Harry. Can't play with Rowdy like that. Favorite part of that movie was after they get to that dinner with the bigwigs, and they're like, "Why are you late? Car trouble." I believe it was the radiator, wasn't it? Good old Days of Thunder. I ain't watched that one in a minute. Wrong button. I was going to hit that button. Passing one FLD, we'll tow another one. Oh, they destroyed them. Yeah, those rental cars didn't have a prayer. Oh, you know what? I think I drove right past the spot I was going to drop this guy at. Because I was going to take him down through the cement plant, but this will work. I see landmines in there. Now, why do I not remember doing anything to cause that kind of damage to the suspension? Alright, time of day we looking at? 9 p.m., 6 a.m. I'm thinking it's time to take that particular tug rope away from him. Ending up with little red and black strings everywhere, and all he does is keep shredding it even more. He's so proud of himself too. Look, man, I tore another one apart. Funny how when you want them to downshift, they don't want to. But when you want to go up, all they want to do is go down. Let's see now. Other than the landmines, this is doable. Keep you out of the mud. Oh, absolutely. Oop. Again, gotta watch out for the landmines. That's the only reason he can get it so close is because it hooks to the ones back there. Alright. On we go. Alright, won't let me do the other one from here. Fine, fine, fine. Nope, not that. That one. Of course, it takes it from the dairy because I hit the wrong button. I didn't do the gas station one. Oh well. Minor details. There. Everybody's full anyhow. So really, other than the driving up to the mountain watchtower, this isn't that difficult of a task slash contract. And you just have to do it in the right order. Yeah, I kind of figured I'd end up clipping it. At least it didn't cause me any damage. Alright, I need to pull up the map here and check my route up to that tower again. Across here. Alright, so we're going to cut across the bridges. Oh, actually, I don't. Come this way. There we go. Probably could have came up straight there. Might have been a little bit easier than going over the guardrail. Ow. Up we go. Come on. Not that steep. Thought about going up and over, but it looked a little off camber there. It might not have been too bad, really. Drop off on this side probably would have been a little on the rough edge. All right. That was done. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and end her right there, I think. And we will finish this out the next time by delivering these service spare parts. And then going over and getting our consumables and getting those delivered. So, that said, I thank you for watching. And if you like what you see, hit that like button. If you really like what you see, feel free to share, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. And with that said, we will see you next time.